Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, who am I even anymore? If you ever felt like a relationship has taken over your life and you are losing yourself in the process, this video is for you. Because today we're diving into the subtle signs that you are losing yourself in this relationship and how to find your way back to your own self. Right now on the screen, you'll see what we're covering today. Make sure to watch till the end because, of course, as usual, the last part is the most crucial one. Hi, my name is Eva and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about self-growth, confidence, and building a life that actually feels good. And if it sounds like your vibe, hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and let's be friends. So with that said, let's dive into it. Part 1. The early warning signs. First is always loss of hobbies and passions. One of the first signs you are losing yourself is when you stop doing the things that you love. Maybe you used to love painting, journaling, going to the gym, going to yoga, but suddenly all your free time revolves around your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is. You choose to spend time with them instead of spending time with yourself. I remember in a relationship where I stopped recording videos, editing videos, I stopped getting money because I wanted to spend every moment with him. I had a clear schedule for my creative work, but I didn't want to lose the time with him because of my little videos. I didn't even realize how much I missed it until the relationship ended. Sad story. And even though he wasn't pushing, he wasn't restricting me from doing that, I just felt so belittled by his big work and my little videos seemed not like a big deal. But sometimes they may even underestimate your work or hobbies, saying things like, why waste time on this when you could be with me? Belittling your passions as insignificant. This is where emotional or even financial control can begin to creep in. Girls, we're not working for money. We're not working just to work. We work because it's our passion. We work because that's what we want to do. That's our choice, and no one can take this choice from us. Then constantly prioritizing their needs. You start putting their needs and wants ahead of your own. Canceling plans, rearranging your schedule, or making compromises just so they feel good. This slowly becomes your second nature. You tell yourself, oh, it's not a big deal. But over time, these small sacrifices add up and you're not gonna feel like yourself. You just wasting yourself. And this person will never appreciate it. They will never see it. They will never see the amount of sacrifices you did for them. Another thing is changing your opinions to align with theirs. Whoa, I've been there and a lot of my friends are still doing that. And if you find yourself agreeing with things you don't believe, or changing your preferences just to avoid the conflict or seem more compatible, slowly their opinions start replacing your own and you start doubting yourself. That's why you might find yourself in front of the mirror and you're like, is it me or was this all put into my head by somebody else? This is not good. And that's why you gotta educate yourself. That's why you gotta recognize your boundaries. That's why you gotta protect your boundaries. For me, it was realizing I started watching shows I didn't even like just to seem more compatible. I didn't find them funny. I didn't find them interesting or entertaining, but I was just sitting there watching. But this dynamic was always, it's either we watch what he likes or we watch nothing at all. So I had to adapt. I had to make myself think that I enjoy these shows. And now when somebody talks about the show, I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it. That period. I don't want to watch it. Next is always self-doubt and isolation. You begin to overthink everything. What you're wearing, what you're saying, little passive-aggressive comments like, that dress doesn't really suit you, or why you always wear those leggings, right? It's just a note to your fit can make you question yourself, and slowly you stop sharing details of your relationship with friends because deep down you know that judge his behavior and maybe even suggest leaving. That's why you try to keep it all to yourself. You're trying to overcome all of the problems in the relationship by yourself, but nothing changes. They will never be 100% satisfied. They will always find things to pick you. They will always find things to make you feel this doubt in yourself. Part 2. How it affects your mental and emotional health. Feeling disconnected from yourself. This is number one. When you lose yourself, you feel like a stranger in your own life. You don't recognize your likes, dislikes, values, boundaries. You lose it all. It's as if you were trying so hard to be the perfect partner that you forget to be yourself. And that's not okay. It's not good because you should always be your number one priority. No matter what, you can't lose yourself in a relationship. You can't be one single thing with your partner. You gotta be two individuals who choose to be together. Then resentment and burnout. Girl, beware of it. Over time, constantly putting someone else's needs first always leads to burnout. And then eventually turns into resentment, not just toward them, but toward yourself for allowing this to happen. The longer you deny what's happening, the harder it's gonna be to rebuild your sense of self. The longer you're gonna keep doing the things that don't align with your values, the longer the way back to yourself gonna be. Self-worth issues. Let's talk about that. You start questioning your worth because you're constantly giving and getting less and less and less in return. As I said, they're not gonna appreciate it. You might even feel like you need to earn their love. You need to earn their approval. Is it even love? Is it even a relationship? But love is not a transaction. It's not something you have to prove you're worthy of. You're already worthy. You're already good. And if your partner doesn't see it, girl, part three, why this happens. Of course, societal and cultural expectations. Society tells us that being a good partner means sacrificing for the relationship 24/7. For women especially, there is this expectation to nurture, to give endlessly, to be the perfect a partner, wife, girlfriend. And in my Slavic culture, we often told that you gotta be patient, you gotta endure it, you gotta fight for your marriage. It's your duty, my girl. But at what cost to yourself? It's 21st century and some of us still have this fear of abandonment. The fear of being alone can push us to overcompensating in relationship. We think, if I don't do this, he will leave. But clinging to someone out of fear is not the same as building a healthy, loving relationship. One of my friends told her boyfriend a terrible thing. She's like, you stuck with me for life. You're not leaving me. And if you would, I will cut your thing off. And I'm like, girl, you really think it's okay to tell your love of life these things? You really think that this gonna make him appreciate you more? You really think it's okay? So we always put the blame on men, but sometimes it's really important to look at yourself too. What are you doing? Okay, back to what we lose in relationship like this when we don't choose ourselves every day is, of course, lack of boundaries. When you don't set boundaries, the relationship takes over. If you don't define what is acceptable for you, the other person will. And their version won't prioritize your well-being. Of course, we're all selfish. And if you okay with some of the things, of course, this person gonna use it as opportunity. Part 4, how to start loving yourself. These steps might sound easy, but trust me, they're not. But I know you can do that. First is start recognizing this pattern. The first step is always acknowledging the problem, just accepting this problem. Reflect on how much you've changed and whether those changes feel good or no. Write down 3 things you've stopped doing since the relationship began and ask yourself why. But be honest to yourself. Again, remember that no one will be able to read this note, just you and your mind. Step 2, reconnect with your passion. Start small. Revisit an old hobby. Spend time with friends. Do something just for you. Even if you feel guilty for it, still do. Even if it's just journaling for 15 minutes, you're creating a space for yourself again. And I think it's important, even in a healthy relationship, to have time for yourself. To go gym, to go do some kind of hobby activity, dancing, Pilates, yoga, whatever. Or just to sit and watch your own TV show. Step 3, set and communicate boundaries. I talk about boundaries a lot because boundaries are essential here. In any kind of relationship, friendship, start practicing saying no in small ways. For example, if your partner suggests something that compromises your well-being, respond with, I care about you, but I need to take care of myself too, and I don't think that I can do that. It's that easy. And if they don't react in the correct way, just think it over one more time. Who am I? Step 4, rebuild your independence. Focus on building a life that feels fulfilling on its own. Your happiness shouldn't depend on somebody else. The stronger your sense of self, the more fulfilling your relationship will be, because people fall in love with those who love themselves. People fall in love with those who know their boundaries. People don't fall in love in comfortable and convenient girls. People fall in love with girls who know what they want, who know their worth, and who know their boundaries. Finding yourself again doesn't happen overnight, but I always say everything starts with a small step. Maybe today your step is recognizing the patterns or journaling for just 15 minutes. Whatever it is, please just start. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like you lost yourself in the relationship. How did you find your way back? And of course, if this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit this like button and subscribe to my channel. Let's be friends. But that's it for now. Bye!